Thank you, John Paul, George, and Ringo, for trying to bring out the sun. All right, first thing I just want to talk about is that Giant game on Monday. That game against the Colts was rough to watch, honestly. And I'm not being a Giants fan, it was rough. I was actually pulling for the Giants because I don't want the Colts winning in the AFC. So watching Eli Manning play and seeing that line crumble and him constantly getting sacked and knocked down or batted balls, it's ridiculous. Eli has no protection on that O line, and someone in that huddle's got to step it up because everyone who's saying don't blame Eli, he's got no weapons. Honestly, he doesn't. Minus Beckham Jr., who's making one hand catches in the pregame, which is amazing. I'm surprised they don't utilize him even more. But when you have no running game with Andre Williams going 22 yards on 12 attempts with a touchdown, Peyton Hillis didn't do anything. I mean, he actually got 20 yards on 4 attempts, which isn't that bad. But when you have no run game, no O line, and maybe one or two receivers in Beckham Jr. and Randall, Eli doesn't have much to work with. It's not him to blame, but he's definitely got to figure out where he can exceed and excel. If it's stepping up, or if it's rolling out, or if it's scrambling, he's got to do something because he sits in that pocket. Granted, his O line gives him no protection, but within those 3 seconds of protection, he's got to learn maybe quick releases, or he's got to maybe be mobile. He's got to learn something. I'm not blaming Eli. I'm just saying with what he has, he's got to adapt. All right, and until then, the Giants are going to keep struggling. So I'm really anxious to see how the Giants will step it up next week when I don't have the thing here. Excuse me for 1 second. There we go. So hopefully the Giants will step it up next week. But until then, they're gonna have to figure out something to do because they got San Francisco coming up next week, and I don't think they're ready. So let's see what the Giants do within this upcoming week. Speaking of NFL, sticking to that topic, I just wanted to touch on one thing. Being a Steelers fan, congratulations to Ben Roethlisberger and the Steelers for dominating in their three-game homestead, winning three straight, and just blowing away the NFL right now. They are the surprise team in these past few weeks, jumping 8 spots in the power rankings. Big Ben throwing 12 touchdowns in 2 games, no interceptions. I think he's got a 75% passer rating or completion percentage and a 140 passer rating, which is unbelievable, especially for Big Ben. He's having the season of his life right now. Hopefully he can keep it up. And props to Antonio Brown for becoming just blossoming into a great receiver, and all the young guys on that team too. They got a fast young offense, and I am excited for next week when they play the Jets in MetLife. I will actually be there, so I can't wait to cheer on the Steelers with my fellow Steeler Nation. And hopefully Big Ben will keep his touchdown streak going and no interception streak. That's a big thing too. People don't realize that, with Big Ben he's always getting sacked or he's always getting picked off. For him to throw no interceptions in 2 games with 12 touchdowns and over 800 yards, that's unbelievable. So I give a lot of credit to Big Ben, and it's a shame that he's not brought up in conversation along with Brady and Manning and, I don't know, Luck. It's ridiculous. People don't even mention him. For him to be able to avoid those sacks and roll out and be a great quarterback and make plays out of nothing, I think he should be given a lot more credit. But credit is starting to come his way with these 12 touchdowns in 2 games. So props to Ben and all the Steelers. Good luck in your game against the Jets, 1-8 Jets, who are struggling, trying to figure out what their identity is. So maybe we'll have a good game on Sunday at MetLife. All right. Moving on, here's a classic from Jason Mraz. Everybody loves this song. I know I love this song. Jason Mraz, I'm Yours, here on Faz Fest WICR.